Hello. So, by now you're probably aware that I'm the publisher and executive editor of Dr. Fantastique's Show of Wonders magazine. Now, this will be one of the first times you actually heard me talk, but I've been around, like, on Twitter and Facebook and everything, just talking about the magazine and talking about building the community around it. Our mission statement, in fact, is to be reporting on the steampunk world one cog at a time. As a result of this mission statement and our involvement in the community, we've managed to get some very awesome writers and artists to volunteer their time into creating material for the website and the magazine that we're printing through a POD service. This includes writing articles and designing it. Now, we're currently selling the print issues through MagCloud, which I said before was a print-on-demand service offered by Hewlett-Packard. The primary problem with this approach is that in order to make any sort of profit, we have to sell each copy of the magazine for $15 plus a shipping cost of $2.63. The e-version is sold at $3.99, and we get roughly the same profit margin back. So I'm asking, of course, for funding through Kickstarter, and you're probably wondering why this is. And obviously for a publishing company to ask this is probably kind of odd. Here's the thing. We want to start printing the magazine on a traditional offset press. This will allow myself and my volunteers to do a whole lot of fun things as it regards the magazine, including turning the print copy into what amounts to a Victorian periodical printed using 21st century technology. This would be ridiculously cool, and we really want to go this direction to bring you the best product possible. We need funding to do this because, well, we don't have any right now. I've been funding Dr. Fantastique's Show of Wonders out of my own pocket since June of 2010 when I founded the website. Now, my day job is working as an editor for a press release distribution service, and I'm not rich, not by any stretch of the imagination. But I believe in the project, and we've broken even and made a bit this year, but it's all gone back into funding either the magazine or the website or purchasing sales materials. I'm not going to bore you with what I've spent it on. Now, no one is making money off this, not even me. And we're doing this all in our spare time, but we're doing it because we love it. We love steampunk. We love being the people who report on what the entire steampunk community is doing. What we want to do is provide the best product we can to all of our readers, but to do that, we need to be able to switch to offset printing. Once that happens, the per-issue cost of $15 plus shipping goes completely away, and each single copy will cost $6.99 in the US and $8.99 in Canada, as opposed to $17.63, which is the real cost if you factor in shipping. We can also offer subscriptions to everyone who wants one, and be able to fill them at a significant cost savings to everyone involved, both us at the company and to you, the reader. Now, I realize there are going to be some people who say, well, why don't you just go with a fully electronic edition and you can save a whole lot of money? Now, we could do that, but steampunk, at its core, is about bringing the past into the future. And having a print edition of the magazine is, we feel, very important to the steampunk movement, because traditional media is very, very steampunk. There was no internet in the Victorian era. There was no email. There wasn't any of this electronic stuff like iPads, Kindles, etc. Yes, steampunk is making use of that, but the print medium is truer to the spirit of steampunk. And we want to stay true to the spirit of steampunk, but we don't have the capital to make that happen. So that's why I'm coming to you and asking for help. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do this. The first one, incredibly easy. Tell people about us. I know it's simple, but whether you tweet about what we're doing, about our Kickstarter fund, mention us on Facebook, blog about the publication, take a copy to a conference with you and show it around, it all makes a difference. And the best part about this, unless you buy a copy of the issue, it doesn't cost you anything. Just talking about us costs you nothing monetarily except your time. Second thing, buy a subscription. Now, the Kickstarter fund is intended to fund us for the first 3 issues of the magazine. If you buy a subscription, you'll fund us printing the magazine and nothing else for a full 9-issue year. Costs $40 for a print or combination print electronic edition and 20 years for a full year of electronic. We also have a subscription drive going until the end of 2011 with some fairly cool prizes. Go to drfantastiques.com and click on the subscriptions link in the sidebar. Actually, you're going to have to do a drop-down menu, but you get my point. The third one, donate to the Kickstarter fund. Our goal is $12,000 by November 23rd. This money allows us to print the first 3 issues, which are a double issue in January, February, then the March issue and the April issue. And we can do this with the Kickstarter money on Offset Press and be able to sell the magazines at conventions and ship them out to subscribers. There's some killer rewards for the Kickstarter fund, including handmade pins from jewelry designer Kristen Burwald and a special letterpress item from Nicole Sylvester, who's also known as Calliope Strange, the author of Aaron Daring and The Scientific Detective. Whether it's $5, $10, $50, $100 or more, every bit gets us closer to the goal. You can buy an advertisement. We've got some very attractive advertising rates, including web rates as low as $10 and print rates as low as $35 for 3 lines of text listing your product or service. Email me, matthew.delman@drfantastiques.com if you're interested in advertising, and I'll pass along the pricing information. The last way you can support us, buy an entertaining read. We've currently got Chapter 1 of Aaron Daring and the Scientific Detective and Chapter 1 of Steam Steel available as ebooks through the Amazon Kindle store. They're only $2.99, and every sale benefits Dr. Fantastiques. Alternately, you can pick up a copy of our admittedly expensive magazines at MagCloud. We're going to be releasing 4 issues in 2011 and a total of 14 ebook installments of our serialized stories also in 2011. I'll keep announcing the releases, and if you like them, please purchase a copy. Honestly, you'll spend more on a cup of coffee in a single morning at Starbucks, so why not support a Fantastique steampunk magazine instead? Because really, at the end of the day, we serve you, the steampunk community, and any investment you make in the magazine and the wonderful volunteers is an investment in making the community better. So please, help however you can, and know that I appreciate